lighting is pretty poor and I'm just sat here on the floor, accidental poem, but I wanted to show this blanket that I have at home. It is full of squares, and as you can see it is not complete by the fact that this is the edge. Squares that I made I guess as a teenager, and I like to try out different techniques. So I think this is like a half fisherman's rib, this is some crochet, this is like a weird kind of stripe thing, this is not the right gauge at all. I've just got this many kind of sewn together, quite a large one, but I never quite finished it. And I have this little box of other squares, just little bits of yarn that I picked up, and they're all in these crazy different colours. I think most of it's probably acrylic. Like, that's a nice little pattern that I did. This was another, I think this is an English rib is what it's called, like a kind of garter rib thing. This one, more of that rib. And I just have a whole stack of them. This one's very nice, it's like quite a lot of different ones. And I'm not here for much longer at the moment, but I think that when I'm here for longer at Christmas, I'm gonna try and make them all into an actual blanket, because I have, I don't know where it's gone, but somewhere I had a picture that I'd taken and clearly printed out of a layout that I'd done for, because they're all in completely different sizes, like no continuity, none at all. This little moss stitch one, like fun colours. This is like this, these are two huge ones. I think I might make that a project for myself to try and rolling them up to try and bring that blanket together, because I've been working on it for, I was working on it when I was 15, 16, then I stopped working on it. It's not like it's been this kind of ongoing project, but you know, it's been there for a long time, and I think I have the wherewithal to finish it. So I wanted to show you that in progress, show you kind of my past projects, but also, here it is, here's the picture. So I'd laid it out and taken a picture. So this is my instructions from 15-year-old me to current me about how to put together this blanket. And you know, I made a really solid start. A lot of it's done. At the moment I'd say it's probably like 4 foot by 3 foot, maybe. It's like relatively big. Here's another one, a funky little pattern. So that is one of my childhood knitting projects. Something else that I found in the cupboard is this pieces of a cardigan, pieces of a cable work cardigan. I can't even tell, I think this might be a front piece, very thin front piece, or maybe it's a sleeve. You know, it's got ribbing at the end. I think that's a sleeve. I think this might be a front piece, even though it's incredibly thin. And then this is sewn together. I've got a sleeve and a front piece and a back piece. So actually, if that's a sleeve and a front piece, then I'm finished. I finished it. I've just not sewn it together, but I do not think I would wear this cardigan. I mean, it is not, I'm now realising I'm putting it on top of a cardigan that I'm already wearing, but like, it is not, it is too tight, I think. But again, I don't know what to do with it. What do you do with these sorts of projects that, like, I mean, clearly past me put a lot of work into this, but I think it's just not the right yarn for the project. It's just not the right yarn, so this I don't feel quite so compelled to finish when I come back for Christmas, but I thought I'd show you because it's interesting and it was from quite a long time ago. So, okay, I thought that was all I wanted to share, but I have just found this whole Ziploc bag of projects. Oh my goodness. A while ago I had a moth situation with my stuff at home. The main tragedy being this leaves of grass shawl. I think it was a Jared Flood pattern that I made. That, I mean, it's beautiful, but look, all these holes. Just so many. Oh, it was so sad. It was so sad. One day I'd like to reknit this project because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's so delicate. It's so nice, but yeah, I mean, speaks for itself. Look at that. It's really upsetting. Really, really upsetting. Some of the other stuff in here might not be so upsetting. Another blanket square. A crochet slipper that I actually didn't make. This made for me by a friend. What else is in here? Oh, a little headband. I think a headband that I must have made. Again, this would have been a teenage knit. I think a headband. It seems to be still attached to some yarn, so I'm gonna leave it in there. Oh, here's a sock that, again, I don't think I finished and is attached to some yarn and now is being unraveled, but I mean, some really intricate cable work going on there from 15-year-old Jessica, and a nice colour changing yarn, but again, it's got a little hole, moths got to it. Very sad, very sad, very sad. This was the start of a baby jumper with some cables. I don't know what happened to that. Probably something moth related. What else is in here? Another sock. I think I was making this for a family friend's child. And I made one. This is a tin can knits pattern. I remember that. I remember that much. It's very soft. I think this is alpaca. With bamboo. I think this green is a bamboo. So, odd choice of the yarn content for a sock there. What else have we got? Oh, this hat. The green cabled hat. It was an elf hat from from a book that I got. I think I might still have it over there. It was some sort of like knitting pattern book that I got at an airport, and it was like all bulky weight stuff, and I don't really knit with bulky weight at the moment, or really ever, but I made this hat which I think was supposed to be maybe slightly longer, not sure. What else is in here? Oh, another, this was a February baby cardigan that I did not complete and that I think the moths got to. Don't know, there's just like a massive yarn ball in there. Another sock. This would have been a self-drafted sock, as you can see by the fact that it's largely misshapen. And another start of a February baby sweater that, again, unfortunately the moths got to, but this is a gorgeous rainbow yarn with this like blue. Would have been beautiful. Very sad, very sad. This is another sock, another start of a sock. Again, this is the Tin Can Knits pattern. I think what's left in there is just, it's just like a pile of yarn. This is the sock yarn that I was using for those socks. And this is some other sock yarn that I had. Yes, I don't think there's anything else in there that I actually knit, but this is a little insight into the sort of things that I was making as a teenager, but also quite sad because I'd forgotten that they all got eaten by moths. So it's the sort of stuff that you want to hold on to because it's like irreplaceable. Like I can't go back and, you know, I can't make something that me as a teenager made now because I'm not a teenager anymore. I can't go back in time and make something as a teenager. So it's nice to remember like what I was making, but also it's not, you know, I don't know what yarn I used for this. No way I could buy a perfect match, and you know, I've got my stitches on a stitch holder here to do my second sleeve. That's probably never gonna happen. Maybe I could find a close match and give it a go if I was something that I really, really cared about. Maybe I will. I don't know, but clearly I was very into February baby sweaters, and I was very into self-drafting socks, which was fun. And at the moment I am very into getting up and washing my hands because I think that a lot of the dead moths are now on my skirt. They've fallen off these knitted objects onto my skirt. So I'm gonna wash that and I'm gonna clean myself up and I'm gonna put these away. And yeah, I think I'm gonna put these videos up on Monday. So if you're seeing this, I am back in Edinburgh. I'm not still in London, but I am doing my observed lesson today, if it's Monday. So I probably won't be dealing with my videos because I'll be having my tutor from my university come in and watch me teach. So it's not an exam, but it's a big day. So I'll be dealing with that, not thinking about Vlogmas. But I'll be back vlogging on Tuesday. I hope you've enjoyed this little look into my teenage knitting life, and that you're having a lovely Vlogmas day 5, day 6. Vlogmas day 6, I think, on Monday. Yeah, and I'll see you later.